Oh, it's a juicy beat, yeah.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everyman Show. Welcome to the show. This week, another mini episode. It's going to be AFC North set. Not a lot of stats, just what I see from the eye test about the AFC North. Let's hop right on into it. First question is first question. First thing first, right? First question. AFC North. We the best? I ain't seeing it. In 4 weeks of playing the game, 4 weeks of games, I ain't seeing it. I don't think our best team is Super Bowl contender right now. Our best team don't look good enough to win the Super Bowl. When I'm looking at a Super Bowl team, San Fran, Kansas City, the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins, these look like Super Bowl contenders to me. I don't think at this point any team in the AFC North is going to beat any of those teams for a Super Bowl. None of them. Maybe things will change over the next couple of weeks, but right now, nah. We are not the best. You know what I'm saying? We might be the toughest division, but I don't even know about that. Because we ain't looking all that tough. First team that ain't looking tough, Bengals. Bungles. You know that's what outside they call you, the Bungles. Always something up. You know what I'm saying? Always bungling it up. You know what I'm saying? What is you doing? What is your plan? I have not understood the Bengals' thought process this entire year. They got deep in the Burrow. So deep into Joe Burrow that you done dug yourself a hole that you ain't about to get out of. You should have never played Joe Burrow them first two games. Definitely not the first game. You should have gave that man some time to rest and get his leg together, because football is a hard, long, vicious season, a very physical game. And your first two games was against Cleveland and Baltimore, two of the best defenses in the league who you know was coming after Joe Burrow, and you still hobbled his ass out there on the field. What is management doing? Why are you giving your backups free money? None of them can play. Nobody can step in and give Joe Burrow a week or two. You might have still been 0-2, but I'm not going to guarantee anything, but I believe right now you probably be 2-2 instead of 1-3. Then you sent them out there against the Rams, hobbled, because you had to at that point, because you 0-2, right? He pushed it through. Got y'all a win. So now it's like, we about to play Tennessee, which I personally picked y'all last week and thought that y'all was going to obliterate Tennessee, because Tennessee ain't got no secondary, and you got one of the best, if not the best, flying act in the NFL. You could compete with Miami with a healthy Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Higgins, Boyd. You know what I'm saying? You could have been out there throwing the ball all over him just like the Browns did a week prior. But no. Joe Burrow out there once again with a peg leg. Can't throw the ball but 20 yards. Defense smashed him, destroyed him. Ryan Tannehill walking off looking like the best quarterback we done seen since Joe Namath. I mean, it was unspectacularly disgusting what the Bengals went out there and did on that field. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. And you know what, players? Y'all should be ashamed of your management, because your management screwed y'all season up. They know that your offensive line is weak. They know that Joe Burrow was hurt, and they letting them back riding, big meat, backup dancing, backup quarterbacks sit on the bench and collect free checks while the rest of y'all go out there and get slaughtered. Bengals my ass. There is no jungle, and I'm gonna say this about your pussycat: grow some balls. That's what you need to do. Grow some balls. Just terrible. Man, they're making us all look bad with that, man. That's disgusting. That's terrible. And then you go out of division and you get your ass whooped, man. How we the best division and you losing out of division games like that? Wait, somebody else did that. Somebody else went out of division and got their ass whooped and got us looking bad. Got us looking horrible out here as a division. Pittsburgh, the Standard, the Legacy, The reason that the AFC North is the AFC North, the reason why we always consider to have a contender, the reason why every team in our division has to push to be better than every other team in the division, because we have to beat the Steelers. Every last one of us. Ravens, Bengals, Browns. We all have to beat the Steelers. And now they out there getting their ass whooped because they want to do what all teams who losing, who not really good, and who looking for an excuse, they out there playing the blame game. That's weak, Pittsburgh. That's weak, Steelers. Oh, you going to blame the offensive coordinator for what? For Kenny Pickett? For having no line? For having a run game that can't score you a touchdown or get no yardage? I thought Najee Harris was good until he joined y'all. Y'all knew that line was trash when Ben Roethlisberger had to shed off 3 linebackers to play just to throw the ball. But y'all did nothing about it. Nothing about it for all them years. And now look at you. You got Gary Pickens. But what he supposed to do? The line can't hold up strong enough for Pickett to even throw a pass. Pickett ain't as bad as I thought he was, but he better than we think he is. He ain't to answer, but he can do better than that. And you let the Houston Texans do you like that? Didn't the Ravens handle the Texans? Now I know the Texans then got on a little bit of a roll and they spanked the Jaguars. No, that wasn't they spanked the Jaguars a couple weeks back, I want to say. But Pittsburgh. Wait, this is this vaulted Pittsburgh defense that I'm hearing about? Well, then where was it at? Where was TJ Watt? Did he get the day off? Did TJ Watt get the day off? I got to go check that. Kenny Pickett, I know he played because he got hurt. But he ain't going to help. You have no offense. Your offense is trash. Most of your scoring comes on the back of your defense, and that ain't going to win you but so many games throughout the season, especially in an offensive league. I've said this before. Pittsburgh. Trash. You are trash right now. I know you 2-2, and I know you got a win over on us, but your defense scored 14 points. The offense scored 12. So if we add up Pittsburgh's points, let me see what y'all get last week. Oh, 3? Okay, what y'all get that first week in San Fran? If I think about it, so what that put y'all? Did y'all get a touchdown? I don't even think y'all got a touchdown. So that put y'all at 6. Y'all did put 22 up on us, and then y'all was able to hang. Okay, so I guess technically it's trash. It's trash. There's no consistency. And if y'all ain't getting turnovers, y'all seem like y'all can't win. And if y'all the standard, guess y'all getting stood on. Now comes the good part. The good part of the show. The Cleveland Browns. My team. Hometown. What the hell are you doing? You know what? We 2-2. No reason to panic. No reason to be excited. But why would you send DTR out there? What was the plan with that? You know, I know that we like one of the more analytic heavy teams in the NFL right now. I said NBA because we actually do a lot of NBA kind of things right now. But what's the analytics on adversity? What is the analytics on adversity? That's what I need to know. Because when it comes to adversity, we cannot seem to handle it. I don't care if Nick Chubb get hurt. That's not the reason we lost against the Steelers. You know, I don't even care that Deshaun Watson had to sit. That's not the reason that we got our ass whooped with the Ravens in our house. The reason we got our ass whooped is because our team does not seem to be able to handle adversity. Oh, yeah. When the chip's going good and everything going smooth, we smashing teams. We look like one of the best teams in the league. But when some adversity happens, it seems like what we supposed to do? What we supposed to do? We act like somebody just came through a Burger King parking lot and ordered a double cheeseburger. Like, you're going to have to pull to the side. We'll get that out in a minute. Like, what are we doing? You know, from the coaching, the ownership, the fan base, the players, we have to learn how to handle adversity. Everything ain't going to be smooth, especially in the National Football League, especially in the season. I know that Deshaun sat out. He probably sat out. I got a couple of reasons why he might have sat out. The first reason, and the most honest reason, that he probably was hurt and that the team had a lot of faith in that DTR could orchestrate this offense, because the way that you beat Baltimore is to throw the ball over the top. They run defense, especially without Chubb. We was not running the ball on them. So scratch that. But throwing the ball over the top, you can take advantage of their corners. You can take advantage of their secondary if you're going to do anything. But DTR would have been better off putting the third stringer in who played in spring football last year. Now, we made this decision when we got rid of a veteran and didn't bring a veteran in to back up Deshaun Watson to say, all right, we don't want no veteran backup quarterback. And a lot of that is because if you know anything about Cleveland, the backup quarterback is always the most loved. It's always a QB controversy. Which brings me to my second point, or reason why Deshaun may not have played. So that y'all can see what it's like to not have a Deshaun Watson at quarterback. See, Deshaun Watson is actually responsible for 14 to 21 of our points being scored per game. He's actually responsible for the majority of our points, whether it's through his arms or his legs. But we were saying he wasn't playing good enough. Okay. Some people was even saying put in DTR and get rid of Deshaun Watson. I even seen an article like that. Okay. That's what you're going to get, what you had last week. They're not ready. DTR is not ready. When he went up to the podium, it looked like he should have been carded to be in the same room and speak with adults. They put a kid out there on the field to play with grown men. The Ravens are grown men, okay? You cannot put a kid out there in that kind of environment and expect that he gon', you know how great DTR would have had to be. If DTR could have went out there and beat the Ravens, there might have been talk about Deshaun. Let's see how we can get off of him in the next couple of years. But no, that's not reality. And the reality is that sometimes times get tough. And that's when you got to catch the dog before the dog catch your ass. That brings us, last but not least, to the Ravens. Nevermore. The Ravens, hey, man, I ain't really got nothing bad to say about y'all. I just think y'all fragile. You know what I'm saying? I just think that the injuries are going to catch up with you going down the lane. I think that the Ravens have kind of been fortunate. But that's part of the game too, right? The Ravens, the flock is flying. The flock is flying right now. This is our best bet out the NFC North to compete for a championship from what I'm seeing right now. Even though I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced on Lamar because he don't really have an arm. But if there is a franchise who has shown that they can win a Super Bowl without having a quarterback, a traditional quarterback, it is the Ravens. The Ravens won 2 Super Bowls with Joe Flacco and Trent Dilfer. Now, I'm going to go out here on a limb and say that Lamar Jackson is better than Trent Dilfer and Joe Flacco. I'm just say he might be. So the Ravens have a chance. It's just where they put their money at. OBJ, I mean, unless y'all saving him for the last 7 games of the year, I don't think that that's really going to matter that much. He might help you get you to there. But I think when you bring in OBJ, you're trying to help him get you the bowl. You're trying to help get that championship like the Rams did when they brought him. So if I was you, I wouldn't even rush him back to play. Don't even have him play. Just come out every now and then, play a little bit. But he's fragile. He's too fragile. You know what I'm saying? His best years is behind him, and he's fragile. Still talented, but it is what it is. Jadeveon Clowney was brought over there to help, and he's going to play a couple games. You probably got about 6 to 8 games out of him, but he's fragile too. He's fragile, and his best days is also behind him, and he has an ego. So him and Raekwon Smith, they play different positions, so we're probably going to work out a little bit better. But, you know, I would be looking, I'm not saying look for it, but it's something that could happen. But other than that, Ravens is flying high, man. They doing what birds do. They flying above everybody's heads and shitting on us. Which brings us to this. AFC North got the Ravens wearing the crown. They are the kings of the North. 3-1. They're playing the Steelers. Steelers will be at home playing the Ravens. That's going to be a physical game. Right now, the Ravens really could just take over the division, and everybody else is playing for second place. Browns on a bye week, which is good for them because they need to figure some things out. See exactly what's going on with these turnovers. And, see if they can fix their problems as far as, just organizationally, man. Just get it together. Get it tight. You know what I'm saying? And the Cardinals, y'all going to be hosting the Baltimore Bengals. I mean, the Cincinnati Bengals. So, the Cardinals, Bengals, that should be a good game, but Cardinals playing better ball than expected, and at home. Bengals got to go to the West Coast, and, the Bengals probably going to bring everything except the balls. So, to the next week, that's NFC North. I'll let you know what I feel then. I'm out.
Oh, we a juicy beat. Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Everyman Show.